Y'all, what in the love and hip-hop apocalypse is happening right now? Did Bambi really break down in court after Stevie J pulled out a flash drive like he was the FBI of reality TV? And why is the internet saying this footage was never meant to see the light of day? Oh, we're not talking about some behind-the-scenes shade or a petty tweet. No, baby, we're talking leaked surveillance, whispers of witness tampering, and voice recordings so shady they make a Real Housewives reunion look like Bible study. Is this a divorce case or a season finale on steroids? 'Cause what just exploded in that courtroom has every gossip blog, barbershop, and burnt group chat in shambles. Stevie J walked in with a smirk and walked out with the internet on fire. Bambi's mascara wasn't the only thing running her whole game plan slipped through her lashes. So now we gotta ask, was this revenge? A setup? Or the biggest clout bomb reality TV's ever seen? Strap in, grab your popcorn, and cancel your next meeting. Because what we're about to expose might just be the messiest, pettiest, most viral courtroom drama in VH1 history. Let's go. So the courtroom doors flew open like a reality TV climax. And in walked Bambi, like she owned the place calm collected. Not a single lash out of place. But the energy, off. Real off. Because this wasn't just another routine hearing about custody and co-parenting. No, this was a setup straight out of a Monoscott dream sequence. And waiting on the other side of that courtroom was Stevie J, grinning like he just dropped the final episode of a show nobody knew was filming. And in his hands, a flash drive. Not just any flash drive. This one was apparently packed with secrets, scandal, and surveillance footage that was about to detonate every lie, half-truth, and manipulated narrative that's been swirling around for months. Before Bambi could even adjust her seat, that screen flickered to life. And what played out made everyone, including the judge, lean forward like they were watching live fireworks. According to whispers bouncing off courtroom walls and echoed by anonymous courthouse staff who might just moonlight as bloggers, the footage wasn't just messy, it was nuclear. Voices were heard, one of them sounding disturbingly like Bambi, saying things like, "He'll never see this coming. Let him drown." In the footage, she's allegedly seen speaking with a mystery man about flipping court documents and wiping out key receipts that would have saved Scrappy from legal and financial ruin. And the timing impeccable. Right when Bambi thought this was going to be a simple hearing, Stevie J flipped the script like a seasoned villain and lit the fuse. Oh, now you have Bambi standing there, visibly shaken, trying to keep it together, while Stevie J is sitting like he just handed the producers a season finale. The courtroom was frozen. Witnesses say Scrappy looked like he got hit with a betrayal truck. His jaw dropped. His team wasn't prepared. That flash drive wasn't listed in Discovery. No one saw it coming. And Stevie, that man just leaned back like he'd been waiting years for this exact moment. Word on the street? Well, the blogs, the Reddit threads, and the TikTok investigators is that Stevie has been holding on to this footage like a nuke with a time delay. Some sources say it was leftover footage from a scrapped storyline years ago. Others swear it was obtained through a failed reality TV subplot that got too hot for air. But either way, Stevie J had it. He knew what it contained. And he waited for just the right courtroom to drop it in. And when it hit, social media exploded. Gossip pages posted screenshots. Fans started dissecting every pixel. And conspiracy theorists got to work like they were analyzing national security leaks. 1. Viral post read, "Bambi out here playing chess while Scrappy was stuck on Candyland." Another said Stevie pulled out that drive like it was the Infinity Gauntlet. And let's not forget the voice memo, allegedly Bambi saying, "Make him look unstable. If he loses it in court, we win." That right there sent shockwaves through the internet. Suddenly, everyone had a theory. Was this payback? Is this part of a larger plot to destroy Scrappy's character in court? And what was Stevie's role in all of it? Because he wasn't even supposed to be involved in this legal mess. Yet somehow he shows up with nuclear-level receipts and derails the entire proceeding. Now, if you think this is just about some messy love triangle, think again. This is about strategy, character assassination, and courtroom manipulation. Legal experts, some real, some just pretending on YouTube, started dissecting whether this could be grounds for perjury, witness tampering, or even felony charges if the footage is verified. And meanwhile, Bambi's legal team tried to do damage control. Within hours of the leak, they released a statement calling the footage malicious, doctored, and part of an ongoing smear campaign. They even hinted it could have been altered using AI. Baby, we have officially entered the ChatGPT defense era of courtroom drama. But Bambi didn't stop there. Instead of laying low, she hit Instagram Live the same night with over 70,000 people tuned in. Lashes still perfect, wig still locked, she said. Let them keep playing. They don't even know half of what's really going on. They want to make me the villain? Fine, but wait till you hear my side. She didn't name names, but she didn't have to. The shade was thick and everybody knew it was directed at Stevie, Scrappy, and maybe even Mona. Her comments section lit up instantly, clown emojis, snake jokes, and fans arguing in real time. Meanwhile, Stevie J was posting cryptic stories. One showed a burning envelope. Another said, receipts don't lie, people do. Then he posted a selfie wearing a courtroom badge like it was a Grammy. Petty? Yes. Effective? Extremely. But underneath all that drama, there's something way more serious going on. The judge didn't just adjourn the case. No, the courtroom ordered a full forensic review of the footage. They brought in tech experts, chain of custody analysts, and whispers started flying that the DA's office is now involved. There's even talk of a judicial review panel being formed to re-examine testimonies that may have been influenced by off-camera coercion. And if that happens, we're not just talking about TV drama anymore. We're talking about real-life consequences, possible perjury charges, evidence tampering allegations, maybe even civil suits. Because if it's proven that any of this footage was real, and Bambi was actually plotting to manipulate legal outcomes using coordinated narratives, that's not drama. That's criminal. And it all started with one flash drive, one courtroom moment, and one smirk from Stevie J. As soon as the footage hit the internet, chaos erupted beyond the courtroom walls. Phones buzzed nonstop. Gossip blogs dropped articles every 10 seconds, and every reality TV fan suddenly became an expert in criminal law. Twitter threads began, dissecting frame-by-frame footage like it was a Zapruder film, while Instagram Lives had people crying, screaming, and accusing everybody of everything. But behind the digital noise was a deeper, darker question: how long had Stevie J been planning this? And more importantly, who helped him? 'Cause let's be honest, Stevie's not exactly known for subtlety or a strategic finesse. So the fact that he showed up to court with a perfectly timed bombshell has people whispering about producers, insiders, and even legal assistants who may have had a hand in orchestrating the moment. One anonymous source claiming to be a former assistant on Love and Hip Hop said, Stevie had been sitting on this footage for years and was just waiting for the perfect moment to get revenge. Revenge for what? Well, rumor has it Bambi had threatened to expose Stevie for some shady financial dealings a few years back. And rather than wait for the hammer to drop, Stevie decided to swing first. If that's true, then what we're looking at isn't just a betrayal, it's a strategic takedown planned, like a chess game with careers on the line. And while everyone's pointing fingers at Stevie and Bambi, there's another person caught in the middle of this firestorm, Lil Scrappy. According to people close to him, Scrappy has been spiraling since the courtroom disaster. He didn't see this coming. It's not from his child's mother. It's not from someone he once defended on national television. It's definitely not from a mentor figure like Stevie, who was blindsided, betrayed, and now he's trying to figure out what's real and what's been staged for the cameras. Sources say he's gone quiet, not answering calls, pulling out of upcoming tapings, and even talking about walking away from reality TV altogether. And honestly, can you blame him? His personal life was just exposed in the most brutal way possible. And now every headline is dragging his name through the mud like he's the villain when all he did was show up to court. Meanwhile, Bambi's team is scrambling. They filed emergency motions to suppress the footage, claiming it was obtained illegally and distributed maliciously. They're also trying to launch a defamation case against Stevie, saying his actions were purely for clout and had nothing to do with justice. But here's the kicker: while they're busy denying everything, more footage is rumored to exist. That's right. According to a leaked court transcript, there's allegedly a second flash drive. One that hasn't been shown in court yet. And this one, it's supposedly worse. Sources say it contains voice notes of Bambi talking about other cast members, trashing producers, and even threatening to expose major secrets about the show's inner workings. One clip reportedly has her saying she'll burn the whole set down if they don't stop playing with her name. Another allegedly features a heated conversation with an unnamed A-list rapper about hush money tied to certain off-camera deals. If that drive is real and it gets leaked, we're not just looking at reputational damage. We're talking total franchise implosion. And Mona Scott, the queen of the chaos, has been radio silent. Not a post, not a comment, not even a vague. Y'all stay tuned on her stories, which, if you know Mona, means she's either cooking up a reunion special so spicy it'll make Andy Cohen sweat, or she's gathering her lawyers because this scandal is bigger than the usual script. Some insiders say she's trying to broker a behind-the-scenes peace deal to keep the brand from collapsing. Others say she's cutting cast members loose before they drag the entire show into legal mud. Either way, the silence is louder than anything else right now. But back to Bambi. In the aftermath of her meltdown and the leaked footage, two of her closest castmates have quietly unfollowed her and scrubbed their timelines. They're liking shady tweets, reposting cryptic quotes, and one even dropped a burner account bomb saying she thought she could write the narrative, but the truth writes itself. It's clear the loyalty she once counted on is vanishing fast. And while her team cries foul and tries to control the damage, the internet isn't buying the victim act, especially not after a blurry video surfaced showing Bambi in a parking garage yelling at two unidentified men, one of whom appears to be holding a laptop bag. She's screaming something about being betrayed, about making people famous, and the timeline says it was filmed the night after court. Coincidence or confession? You decide. And just when it couldn't get any messier, a new player enters the scene. A former assistant to Stevie J has reportedly reached out to court officials offering to testify under oath about the chain of custody for the footage. According to leaked emails, this assistant claims Stevie's version is actually the edited one, and the original is still locked in a hotel safe in Miami. That original allegedly includes proof of collusion between Bambi and not just Stevie, but a handful of producers who helped set up real-life drama to bleed into actual legal battles. If even half of that is true, we've left the land of scripted drama and entered something a whole lot darker. What makes this even more twisted is that the original footage supposedly includes time-stamped conversations and location data that proves multiple parties were in contact while pretending on camera that they hadn't spoken in months. One document, reportedly part of the Miami drive, shows a timeline that conflicts with sworn statements made in court by Bambi and a few producers. The investigators get their hands on that uncut version and verify the discrepancies. The implications could ripple far beyond just one case. We're talking perjury charges, contempt of court, maybe even obstruction. And while Stevie J is out here parading like he's some kind of truth crusader, legal insiders are warning he may have just set himself up for trouble. Evidence tampering is a real charge, especially if that footage was modified in any way before being submitted to the court. If he held on to it, altered it, or strategically released it just to sabotage someone's case. The same footage that made him look like a hero could end up getting him disbarred from reality TV court for good. But of course, that's not slowing him down. In fact, Stevie has been doubling down on social media, posting memes of himself as a judge, laughing in courtroom gifs. And one particularly shady photo of a hard drive with a caption that read, "They thought part 1 was bad." The arrogance is loud, but calculated. He knows the internet is watching. He knows fans are already picking sides. And he's banking on staying in the spotlight long enough to flip this mess into either a brand deal, a tell-all, or a reality TV comeback stronger than ever. Meanwhile, the blogs are having a field day. One popular site claimed to have seen a snippet of the Miami drive and described it as darker, more incriminating, and possibly career-ending. They said the uncut audio allegedly includes a three-way call where Bambi, a producer, and an unnamed man talk about planting false narratives to sway court proceedings and fan reactions. Another blogger said the footage hints at possible payments made under the table to cast members in exchange for silence. That's not just scandal, that's grounds for a federal investigation if proven true. Mona Scott's silence is becoming harder to ignore. Cast members have started to whisper that she's in damage control mode, quietly contacting those involved to sign new NDAs and lock down leaks before the show's entire legacy goes up in smoke. A few have even claimed she's been in meetings with network executives discussing a full overhaul of the love and hip-hop format to distance the brand from any legal fallout. But fans aren't letting go. Free Scrappy started trending for the third day in a row, and a GoFundMe created by supporters to help him fight defamation hit over $70,000. His mother, Mama D, took to social media and blasted the entire franchise, saying they used her son for ratings and threw him to the wolves when the drama got real. And while her post was emotional, the support was overwhelming. Even other celebrities started chiming in. One rapper commented, "This is why I don't do reality TV. Too many snakes in the garden and too many cameras in your business." But the final blow may not come from the cast. According to newly surfaced court documents, a judicial ethics panel has been activated to determine whether the courtroom was misled by orchestrated drama. That's right, a real government board is now involved, trying to figure out where the entertainment stopped and the perjury began. If they determine that testimony was influenced by off-camera manipulation or that key players lied under oath to maintain storylines, everyone involved could be facing criminal liability. And we haven't even mentioned the lawsuits. Scrappy's legal team has officially filed a notice of intent to sue Stevie J and Bambi for defamation, emotional distress, and malicious interference with legal proceedings. The suit seeks over $2.5 million in damages and outlines a pattern of behavior meant to discredit him both as a father and a public figure. They're also asking for all footage related to the case to be turned over to an independent, third-party forensics team. And if that happens, every secret stashed away on those hard drives could come to light. The producers are panicking. Some are wiping social media accounts. Others are lawyered up and refusing to speak to press. It's a full-on collapse of the glossy image the franchise spent years creating. Behind the scenes, assistants are leaking emails. Old crew members are dropping cryptic messages. Even catering staff have started tweeting things like, "The drama y'all see ain't even half of what went down in those trailers." It's getting harder and harder to tell what's real, what's scripted, and what's been buried under contracts and cuts. But the one thing everyone agrees on is that Bambi's carefully built image is crumbling fast. Brand deals are disappearing. Sponsors are pulling out. Even her closest allies are backing away quietly, not wanting to get caught in the fallout. And yet, she keeps doubling down. In her latest post, she said the truth always comes out, even if the liars shout louder at first. But at this point, her words are doing little to shift public opinion. Screenshots are louder than statements. And in the court of public opinion, the verdict's already been rendered. Still, it's not over. The Miami safe hasn't been opened. Yet, the second flash drive hasn't been aired. And the new witness, the former assistant, has yet to testify. if their statement holds up and the footage contains what insiders claim. This scandal could spark the largest legal shakeup in reality television history. Not just for Bambi, not just for Stevie, but for the entire infrastructure that's been thriving on blurred lines between entertainment and exploitation. Scrappy may be down, but the public is finally listening. And as the dust settles, the question remains, who else knew what and for how long? Because this isn't just about messy breakups and viral clips. It's about power, manipulation, and the high-stakes world of reality entertainment where real lives get played like scripted plot lines. And with so many players still holding secrets, the story isn't over. It's only just beginning. Asterix, so now that the courtroom's turned into a reality show stage, flash drives are hotter than mixtapes, and secrets are dropping harder than a diss track. We've got to ask Quare, do you stand in all this chaos? Do you believe Bambi was plotting behind the scenes the whole time? Is Stevie J really trying to protect the truth? Or just playing puppet master for clout? And poor Scrappy was he the ultimate victim or just caught in the crossfire of a game that was rigged from the start? This saga is far from over. And if the Miami Drive really holds what they say it does, we're only scratching the surface of something way bigger than a TV scandal. So don't just watch this unfold, get involved. Drop your wildest theories. In the comments, tell us what you think is on that second flash drive. And let us know who you think is really pulling the strings. And if you want to stay locked in for every jaw-dropping update, every leaked tape, every courtroom twist, hit that like button, smash, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Because in this world of scripted lies and unscripted betrayal, only one thing is guaranteed. More tea is coming and you don't want to miss it.